Hi, Man. Thank you for sending us new essays. I'm just going to do the one set because what I really think is important is for you to take the feedback you get from each set and then take it and apply it to the next set. So, with the feedback you get today, I'd like you to look at the next set and see if maybe there are any changes that you think would be appropriate. Okay? So, let's see what you did. Domestic and international travel, advantages and disadvantages, let's see. Recently, the popularity of traveling both domestically and internationally has been increasing at high speed. However, there are two opposite opinions about the advantages and disadvantages. Okay, I like the first sentence. I don't love the second sentence. There are two opposite opinions about the advantages and disadvantages. There are a lot of different ways you could have done this. Um, so how about something like this? Has been increasing at high speed. There are both benefits and drawbacks to this, and both will be explored in this essay. Okay, that for me would have been a better sentence, and there are, countless other variations of that. You could have said, let's see, you don't need to give your opinion because it just asks you the advantages and disadvantages. It's a discussion type. So you don't actually have to say which one you were in support of. But if you do just have to say, let's see, let me see if I can give you another example. Has been increasing at high speed. There are many advantages and disadvantages to this phenomenon, such as X and Y. Okay, you could do that as well. Okay, let's continue. The most important benefit is the positive influence on the local economy. All right, what you've done is you've gone straight into your main idea. I would have really preferred a topic sentence here where you tell us that you're going to talk about the benefits. Okay, so you could say something like, there could be no doubt that travel comes with many benefits. Okay, and then you say the most important benefit is the positive influence on the local economy. Tourists spend a lot of money on accommodation and food, which lead which lead to increased benefit for local hotels and restaurants. Okay. In addition, the local entertainment industry also gets more income due to the high demand for park and theater tickets. These could lead to more job opportunities for local people and more tax income for the government. On the other hand, individuals with more travel opportunities could live a more colorful life. Okay, it's not on the other hand, it's as far as the travelers themselves are concerned. That would have been more appropriate. They can spend their holiday in a meaningful way, which is much better than just staying at home and watching TV. Traveling to other cities or counties, I think you mean countries though, no? Not only gives them opportunities to understand a different culture, which could boost their knowledge, but also gives them chances to adapt to a new environment, which is a good way to unwind from daily busy work. Okay, that's fine. The only change I would have made there was that, on the other hand, if you want to show that you're going to kind of switch focus, you could have said, as far as the tourists themselves are concerned. That would have been nice. Okay. Now, here you do have a nice topic sentence. It's clear. This is exactly what I wanted here. However, the drawbacks are obvious. That's perfect. Okay. So, firstly, to attract more tourists, construction, singular, it's uncountable. So, at least in this context. So, no S there. So, construction that may destroy the natural scenery is carried on in many hot traveling spots. This may also hurt the ecosystem of these places. This is because too many human activities may change the environment of animals. Well, you don't need both environment and habitats. So, this is because too many human activities may change the animal habitats or may change the environment for animals, perhaps. You could have done that. Not impose, that's the wrong word. And create pollution in the water and air. Another negative impact is the heavy burden on local traffic. Usually, the traffic systems are not developed in locations with beautiful landscapes, as the hot traveling spots, not sports, are famous either due to their wonderful natural environment or magnificent buildings with a long history. The other thing about heavy traffic, which needs, no. The other thing, this is really too casual. The other thing, okay? So we're going to rewrite this sentence. Which needs to pay attention to is a pollution caused by transportation. Didn't you just talk about pollution up here? Let's see. This heavy traffic also is responsible for much pollution. Okay? Vehicles and airplanes, capital V, emit a large amount of CO2 and other poisonous fumes into the air. This may result in acid rain, singular, or the greenhouse effect, both of which are harmful to local plants, animals, and humans. Okay, that's fine. I'm fine with this. You had a lot of ideas in here. You had like 3 ideas. It's fine. You know, we definitely say it's better to have fewer ideas, but just support them better rather than having many ideas that are not well supported. You did support. This is actually rather long. This is 381 words. So my first question to you is, were you able to complete this in 40 minutes? Because that's really key. You want to be able to write these in 40 minutes. If you're using more time, that's not advisable. Okay? It's better to get into a habit of writing quickly. So you may want to consider, if you weren't able to do this in 40 minutes, you may want to consider writing less. And you could have done it by taking away one of these ideas. You had like 3 in this paragraph. And let's see. You had actually quite a few here too. So you could have economized a little. Let's see. In conclusion, the current trend of traveling has both negative and positive impacts. The benefits are mainly for the local economy and life of individuals who are willing to travel. On the other hand, the drawbacks are all the negative impacts, usually singular, is the negative impact on the local environment. So we should focus on developing the tourism industry sustainably. Lovely. That's nice. I like that. So I'm actually happy with this essay. I mean, yes, there is room for improvement, but on the whole, I think you did a very good job with it. Okay. So now I want to look at the bar chart here. The bar chart compares the movie preferences of young people between the 2 genders. Fine. The favorite movie for both genders is comedy. The biggest difference in preferences can be seen in the romantic movie category or the romantic movie genre. The popularity of action movies is also quite different for male and female young adults. The animation movies attract the least audience of both genders. Okay, that's quite a bit of information for an overview. I think you probably could have left maybe animation out. Let's see. Yeah, I probably would have left animation out. Or you could have said the least popular movie genre among men was romantic, while for women it was animation. That might have been more accurate. Okay, let's see. Let's continue. 145 young male adults choose. Okay, choose the comedy movie as their favorite one, and 137. You didn't have to do it like that. You could have said 145 young male adults and 137 females choose the comedy movie as their favorite, period. In contrast, only 63 males think animation is attractive. I don't like this word here. You don't describe a movie genre as attractive. You could say appealing. So animation is appealing, and the figure for females is only 54. Okay. The numbers of people who decide on horror and drama categories are slightly higher, 63 males with 86 females and 73 males with 64 females, respectively. Okay. The romantic category sees the most significant difference. When 116 females like to watch this movies, only 31 males think it is appealing. In contrast, you can see I changed the word again. In contrast, there are opposite choices for action movies. 137 males chose this as their preference, while only 82 females like to watch. Okay, again, action ones, it's a little repetitive. So let me try it again. 137 males chose this as their preference, while only 82 females selected this genre. Okay? All the other categories that do not show too much gender difference in taste. One thing I want you to be careful is with your tenses. You were using present simple throughout, and that's fine. And then all of a sudden here you wrote chose. Maybe it was just a spelling mistake, but it should have been choose. Um, you want to be consistent with your tenses. So I think this is fine. I didn't really love the way you organized your category. I gotta be honest with you. I didn't love the way you organized your paragraphs. I would have liked to see something else. So I'll give you some ideas about how I think this could be organized better. I would have definitely started with comedy, just as you did. Then I would have talked about the second highest. I would have talked about action, and then, say what it was for males and females. And then I would have talked about romance for men and women. Okay. 'Cause I think those are really interesting. Those are where you get, first of all, the second highest for each gender. Okay. And then there's some interesting things happening there. And then if you look at the three that remain, animation, drama, and horror, you have very similar numbers. Okay. There's not a huge difference in the genders. So I think those would have belonged in a paragraph together in a much better way. Okay. That's why I would have done that. Yeah, you could have talked about ranges here. You could have said that, for example, the other three genres um, had preferences between 50 and 90 for both genders. Okay. And then you could go into some of that detail. So that's how I would have done it. So this was good. I felt like you missed some good opportunities to use some cohesion. And so that's what I'd like you to do. There was some awkwardness when it came to cohesion. So for me, that was the weak part of this task one. And then, of course, like I said, I didn't love your paragraphing. So again, that's an issue of cohesion and coherence. So that's what needs to be worked on. Okay. So take this advice and take a look at the next set that you sent us, see if there are any changes you want to make. And let's see. I'm not going to correct it until I hear back from you to say, okay, here it is again, correct it. Can we do that? Okay. So that's how I'd like to do this. So I'll wait for you to resend me your next set and then we'll go from there. Good luck.